All right, so we're going to start in our Sukhasana. And just sitting nice and tall, rolling the shoulders back. Eyes can be gently closed, keeping the muscles of the face relaxed. Jaws relaxed. Neck, shoulders. Finding your next exhalation. And then taking a deep breath in through the nose, expanding belly, expanding chest. Exhale out through your mouth. Second time, deep breath in. Exhale. One more nice deep breath in, expanding everything. And exhale, letting it go. And from here, you can just find a nice even breath in and out through the nose. Beginning our practice in stillness. Allowing yourself to let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Letting thoughts go. And just always coming back to the next breath. You can start to bring your hands to heart center, palms in Anjali Mudra. And then we'll open our practice by gently bowing our heads to our hands. You can allow the hands to float down into the lap, fluttering the eyes open, gazing down. And then from here, floating the crown of the head back up. And then you can just extend out your legs, bring your hands by your hips. We're just going to shake out through the backs of our legs. You can flex and point the feet, circle the feet one way, circle the feet the other way. Maybe a little dribble in the knees. And then from here, you're going to come into your child's pose. Feet together, knees apart. You can start to bring the forehead down to the mat. Arms reach forward for this child's pose. If you'd like, you can maybe sway a little bit in the hips or rock the head from side to side. Coming back to this place anytime you need it throughout your practice in the next hour. Always listening to your body. And then from here, we're going to start to make our way up into our table. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees, tops of the feet flat on the mat. And we'll just start to move through our cat-cow. So with every inhale, you can roll your shoulders back, open through the chest, open through the throat. On your exhalation, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Moving with your own breath, inhaling to arch, exhaling to round. If you want to find some other movement here, you can wiggle out through the hips. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then we'll start to make our way into our first downward facing dog. You can walk the hands a little bit forward in front of the shoulders now. Tuck those toes, lifting up through those hips, pressing them back. You can pedal through the knees, stretching out through your calf muscles. or maybe a little bend in both knees, and really press away from the mat to get between the shoulders. Anything that feels good in your first downward dog of our practice. Just waking up the body, stretching everything out. And then on your next breath in, bend both knees and the belly back towards the thighs. On your exhalation, we're going to shift our weight forward into a plank. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, reaching through the heels. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, belly to thighs, press it back. Exhale to find your plank. 1 more time, belly to thighs, pressing away from the mat. And exhale, shift forward, find your plank. Let's take a deep breath here in plank. And then on your exhalation, gently drop your knees to the mat, chest and chin. Keep those elbows right by the rib cage as you lower down. Inhale to slide forward, opening through the chest, finding your low cobra. And then as you exhale, tuck the toes, hips to heels, pressing it back into your downward facing dog. And take a full cycle of breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next breath in, send the right leg up and back into a downward dog split. And then as you exhale, we're going to draw that right knee in towards the nose, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Inhale, reach that right leg up and back. Exhale, let's cross it over, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach that right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Maybe it even stacks on top of your bicep. And then we're going to place that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Coming into our lizard pose. From here, you're going to keep that left hand down on the mat and then just peel the right arm up, taking a twist. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale for 2. Go ahead, lower that right hand back down to the mat into your lizard. And then from your lizard, you can go ahead and bring that right foot back to meet the left. So we're back in our downward facing dog. Let's flip through a vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward, finding plank. Exhale, knees to the mat, chest and chin, lower down. Inhale, low cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. As you inhale, left leg extends back. As you exhale, left knee in towards the nose. Inhale, reach that left leg up and back. Exhale, cross it over, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach that left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to left elbow, hold it there. And then we're going to place that left foot to the outside of that left hand. From here, keep the right hand down, peel the left arm up, coming into your lizard twist. Keep that left knee bent, 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale for 1. Second breath in. And exhale. You can go ahead, lower that left hand back down to the inside of that left foot. Inhale, lizard. Exhale, step it back into your downward dog. Inhale, finding your plank. And then your choice as you exhale, either chaturanga or knees, chest into the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, pressing it back into your downward dog. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next breath in, go ahead and walk your feet in between your hands. On your exhalation, we're just going to find a forward fold at the front of the mat. Hips high, head low. You can grab opposite elbows if you'd like, really allowing the upper body to hang heavy. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Second time, inhale. And exhale, release your arms. Inhale, find your flat back, rolling your shoulders back towards the spine. As you exhale, fold forward. 2 more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, circle your arms out and up, high prayer. As you exhale, hands flow through heart center. And then by your side, mountain pose, Tadasana. We're going to start to move through our sun salutations, always moving with your breath. On your next breath in, we're going to circle both arms out and up, high prayer. As you exhale, folding forward over the legs, flat back on your inhale. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back to plank pose, moving through either your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale, pressing it back into downward dog. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. On your next breath in, right leg will reach back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, finding your low lunge. From your low lunge, let's reach those arms forward and up, finding high lunge. And then as you exhale, hands to the mat, left foot meets the right, folding forward at the front of your mat. We'll find a flat back on our inhale. As you exhale, fold again. Inhale, high prayer. And then on your exhalation, hands flow through heart center. And then back in our Tadasana. Inhale, high prayer. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Flat back on your inhale. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back or hop it back, moving through your vinyasa as you wish. Meeting back in our downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath in downward dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, rising up to high lunge. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, right foot meets the left, folding forward. Flat back on your inhale. As you exhale, fold again. Inhale, high prayer. On your exhalation, hands flow through heart center. And then by your side, mountain pose. Inhale, high prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop it back, moving through your vinyasa. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. On your next breath in, bending the knees and looking between the hands. As you exhale, step, step, or take a gentle hop to the front of your mat. Find a flat back on your inhale. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, high prayer. And on your exhalation, hands flow through heart center. And then back by your side. From here, you can bring your big toes to touch, knees touch. We're going to bend the knees, sink the hips, swoop up into your Utkatasana chair pose. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath here. And on your exhale, folding forward over the legs. From here, bring your feet hip distance apart. We're going to find a flat back. Inhale. As you exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop it back, moving through your vinyasa. Meeting back in downward facing dog. On your next breath in, right leg is going to extend back. As you exhale, right foot behind the right wrist, left heel spins down to the mat. We're going to rise up to warrior 1. Inhale. As you exhale, hands come right back down to the mat. Step it back into your plank and move through your vinyasa. On your next breath in, left leg reaches back. As you exhale, left foot behind that left wrist, right heel spins down. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, hands come right back down to the mat. Step it back and move through your vinyasa. On your next breath in, bend the knees, look between the hands as you exhale, step, step, or hop to the front of your mat. We're gonna find a flat back on our inhale. As you exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms out in up, high prayer. As you exhale, hands flow through heart center. And then back by your side. From here, we're gonna bring the big toes to touch again, knees touch. This time we're gonna interlace the hands at the low back. Bend the knees, sink the hips, ears pose for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath. And then on your exhalation, folding forward, moving the fist away from the low back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release your hands and just shake everything out. Let it go. Bring your feet hip distance. Find your flat back on your inhale. And then on your exhalation, hands to the mat, step it back or hop it back with bent elbows, moving through your vinyasa. And then coming into downward dog or child's pose if you need it. We're gonna take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, bend through your knee and open that right hip. I want you to do 3 big knee circles with that right knee in one direction. And then the opposite direction. Squaring your hips off, straightening that right leg back. Inhale. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, left heel spins down to the mat. We're gonna rise up into our warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. Let's take 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Right knee in line with the ankle. For 2. Relaxing the shoulders, but keeping those arms strong. For 3. Belly button tucking in towards the spine. For 4. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, flip that right palm up, reverse your warrior, inhale here. And then as you exhale, hands are gonna cartwheel back down to the mat, step it back, and move through your vinyasa. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. On your next breath in, left leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, bend through the knee, open that left hip. Let's circle that left knee 3 times one way. 3 times the other way. Square your hips off, straighten that left leg. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, right heel spins down to the mat, rising up into your warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, flip that left palm up, reverse your warrior, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands come down to the mat, step it back, and move through your vinyasa. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, left heel spins down. We're rising back up into our warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. From our warrior two, flip your right palm up, reverse your warrior. And then on your exhalation, we're going to come into side angle. You can place your forearm to your thigh. Make sure you're not collapsing through that right shoulder, and then reach that left arm out alongside the ear. Now, keeping that bend in the right knee, we're going to gently reach that right arm out to meet the left like you're holding a big beach ball in front of you. Keep spinning the chest up. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, gently place that right forearm back down to the thigh, making sure you're not collapsing. We're going to reach that left arm back up. And then from here, take that left hand behind you to your low back. So you can bring the left palm to your low back. Keep spinning the chest open. If you do want to take the full bind, you can always thread that right arm to the inside of the thigh. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. Last breath here. On your exhalation, we're going to come back into warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. From our warrior two, flip that right palm up, reverse your warrior. On your exhalation, hands cartwheel down to the mat. Step it back into plank. From your plank, I want you to drop your heels over to the right and then bring them back through center. Heels to the left, back through center. 1 more time each side, right and center. Left and center. 1 more breath here in plank. As you exhale, move through your vinyasa. We're going to take 3 breaths this time in either downward facing dog or your child's pose. Inhale. Exhaling for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, left leg is going to extend back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, right heel spins down, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. From your warrior two, flip that left palm up, reverse your warrior. On your exhalation, side angle. So we'll place the forearm to the thigh first, reach that right arm up and then over the ear, nice and long. And then from here, keeping the chest open, keeping that right hip stacked over the left, we're going to reach that left arm forward for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Keeping the bend in that left knee. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. Keep that belly button tucked in. As you exhale, gently place that left forearm back to the thigh. Right arm reaches up. And then you can take the hand over to your low back. Keep that chest open, really rolling that right shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath here. And then from here, we're going to come back into our warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, flip that left palm up, reverse. On your exhalation, hands come back down to the mat. Step it back into your plank. All right, from plank, heels to the right. Back through center. Heels to the left. Back through center. Belly button tucks in. Heels to the right. Back through center. Heels left. And center. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra. And then as you exhale, coming back into downward dog or child's pose if you need it. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg reaches back. As you exhale, right foot in between the hands, left heel spins down to the mat. We're back in our warrior 2. All right, from our warrior 2, we're gonna straighten through our right leg. Send that left hip back. Reaching forward, right hand is gonna come down either to your shin or a block, or it floats. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Triangle pose, Trikonasana, 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Keeping that belly button tucking in towards the spine. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, gently bring that left hand to your hip. We're gonna bend through the right knee, look down at your right foot. Place the right hand to the outside of that right foot, a little bit more to the right hand corner of your mat. As you begin to shift your weight into the right foot, coming into your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hip is stacked on top of the right. If you feel comfortable, shoot that left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. On your exhalation, gently bend through that right knee. Land back into your warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. From your warrior 2, straighten through the right leg again. We're gonna flip our right palm up, reverse triangle this time. And then as you exhale, rebend through that right knee. Hands are gonna come down to the mat. We're gonna step it back into our plank pose. From plank, we're gonna drop our heels. We're gonna actually bring our left hand right underneath our face. So a little bit closer to the right. We're gonna spin our heels over to the left. And this time we're gonna come into a side plank for 3 breaths. You can keep either that right foot in front of the left or stack them. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Keep pressing that right hip up towards the ceiling. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath here. On your exhalation, right hand comes back down to the mat. We're coming back into our plank, arranging the feet, the hands, and then from here, moving through your vinyasa. Three breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. All right, on your next breath in, left leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, left foot in between the hands, right heel spins down. We're back in our warrior 2, left arm forward, right arm back. From here, straighten through that left leg. Send that right hip back. Reach forward, left hand comes down, right arm reaching up towards the ceiling. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath in your triangle. On your exhalation, we're going to start to make our way into our half moon. Take your time to get there. 3 breaths. One more breath here. From your half moon, gentle bend in that left knee. We're going to land back in our warrior 2. Left arm forward, right arm back. From your warrior 2, straighten through the left leg. Flip that left palm up. Reverse triangle. Inhale. As you exhale, rebend that left knee, reverse warrior. Hands cartwheel down to the mat. We're stepping it back to plank. From plank, we're going to take that right hand right underneath our face. We're going to spin our heels over to the right. Left arm is going to peel up, side plank. Left foot stays in front of the right foot, or left foot stacks on top. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath. And exhale, spin that left hand down to the mat. Hands are shoulder distance, feet are hip distance, plank pose. Move through your vinyasa from here. Three breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. One more breath here. And exhale. On your next breath in, right leg is going to reach back. As you exhale, we're going to come into pigeon pose. So you can start to bring that right foot behind the left wrist, right knee down behind the right wrist. You can walk that left leg back enough so you really get that stretch in that left hip. If you need anything for your right hip, you can go ahead and stuff something underneath there. We're going to start to walk our hands forward, allowing the forehead to rest onto something, whether it's your hands or your mat or something else, sweatshirt, pillow. Relaxing through the neck, relaxing through your shoulders. Staying connected to your breath. We're going to spend about 90 seconds here, so I really want you to allow yourself to relax. One more breath here. From here, you can start to gently walk your hands back up by your hips. If you did have anything underneath that right hip, you can go ahead and remove it. And then from here, we're going to tuck our back toes under and step it back into your downward facing dog. Take a moment in your downward dog just to pedal out through the knees. And then from your downward dog, we're going to shift forward, find plank. And then from our plank, we're going to lower all the way down onto our bellies with control. You can go ahead and release your right cheek to the mat, arms by your side, wiggle out through the hips. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out. From here, you can place either your chin or your forehead to the mat. It's up to you. We're going to reach both arms forward. Palms are going to face up towards the ceiling. Arms are about mat distance apart to keep the shoulders open. And you can take your feet mat distance apart as well. A little bit less pressure on the low back as we come into this heart opener. We're going to come into a full locust pose. You're just going to exhale everything out first. And then on your next breath in, we're going to begin to lift the arms, lift the chest, lift the legs. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Keep lifting up through the thighs. Exhale 2. Try to lift up that low rib cage. 1 more breath. And exhale, release. Stack the hands. Place your forehead on your hands. Wiggle out through the hips. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. From here, you can bring your hands underneath the shoulders, either forehead bring your forehead actually to the mat. We're gonna tuck our toes under. And then from here, we're gonna press up to plank. And then from plank, you're gonna move through your vinyasa. Nice deep breath in and exhale. On your next inhalation, left leg is going to extend back. As you exhale, pigeon on the left side. And then when you're ready, when you're all set up, you can start to lower yourself down. Relaxing through the front of your body. One more breath here. From here, you can start to walk the hands back up by the hips. You can tuck those back toes under. Press it back into your downward facing dog, taking a moment to pedal out through the knees, pulse through the heels, anything that feels good. And then from here, shifting forward, finding that plank pose. And then once again, we're gonna lower all the way down onto the mat with control. You release your left cheek to the side this time, arms by your side. Wiggle through the hips, nice deep breath in. Exhale out. From here, chin or forehead back to the mat. I'm gonna bend our knees this time, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. And you're going to go ahead and reach for the ankles. We're gonna exhale everything out. And then on your next breath in, we're gonna lift up into our bow pose, lifting those thighs up off the mat, really opening through the chest. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. 1 more breath. And release. You can release your hands in front of you, forehead to the mat. We'll keep the knees bent. And then you're just gonna windshield wiper the knees from right to left, just to massage out through the low back. And then from here, you can start to lower those legs back down to the mat. We're gonna bring those hands back underneath the shoulders, forehead to the mat. Tuck our toes under. I'm gonna press up once again to plank. And then from your plank, we're gonna move through our vinyasa. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. From here, you can drop down onto your knees. We're gonna find a seat. So you can swing your legs around. We'll extend our legs forward, feet flex. Arms are gonna come by the hips. Relaxing through the shoulders. We're gonna reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And then on your exhalation, we'll fold forward over the legs. Hands can come to the feet if you can reach them. Otherwise, just allow the hands to come by either side of the legs. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. 1 more breath. And exhale. Go ahead and rise back up. We're going to bend the knees this time, bring the soles of the feet together. And when you get here, you can maybe wiggle on the sit bones a little bit, rock on the sit bones, and settle into the sit bones, a little butterfly in the knees, just getting into those hip creases. And then from here, you can take your peace fingers and your thumbs. You're going to wrap them around your big toes. Roll your shoulders back, keep the chest nice and open, elbows splay out. Inhale. As you exhale, hinging from the hips, we're folding forward. Gaze can be about 3 or 4 inches in front of the toes. We're going to take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhaling for 2. Last breath here. And exhale. Go ahead, rise back up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet back to the mat, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Reach the arms forward in front of you. And then from here, 1 vertebrae at a time, we are going to lower all the way down onto the mat. So the back of the head is to the mat, arms by your side. From here, we're going to reach both feet straight up towards the ceiling, kind of like what we were just doing, but now we're on our backs. And we're going to do 10 leg lifts. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose. On your exhalation, I want you to lower those legs down halfway, or actually just to hover over the mat. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower down for 2. Inhale, back up. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower and hover for 4. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower and hover for 5. Halfway there. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lower for 6. Inhale, lift. Exhale, 7. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale for 8. 2 more. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hover for 9. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower, hover for 10. Count 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring those knees in towards the chest. You can bring your hands around your shins. Take a moment, rock from side to side, massage out through the low back. From here, you can come into your happy baby. Reaching for the outer edges of the feet, drawing the knees in towards the underarms. You can sway, rock from side to side, anything that feels good here. And then from here, you can bring your knees back in towards the chest. And then we're just going to drop the knees over to the right. You can scoot your hips to the left, head turns to the left. Nice deep breathing here in your twist. You can start to shift the hips over to the right side of the mat. Knees are going to drop to the left. Head is going to turn to the right, opening the chest towards the ceiling, breathing in and out through your nose. And then we'll start to come back through center. Soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to close our practice with an inversion. If you do shoulder stand and plow, we're going to do 5 reps in each, and that's what I'm going to instruct. If you don't do shoulder stand and plow, you can come into restorative shoulder stand by placing a block underneath your seat and extending both legs up towards the ceiling, or just bringing both legs up towards the ceiling. Well, we're going to start there anyway. So sit bones on the mat, both legs straight up, like we were doing in our leg lifts, palms facing down. And then if you're coming into your regular shoulder stand, you're going to give those hips a little bit of a hop and place the hands underneath the low back. Scooch those elbows underneath you as much as you can. So those elbows are pointing at the front of your mat. We're going to reach those feet straight up. Pelvis presses forward. We're going to take 5 reps here. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale for 4. One more breath here. On your exhalation, go ahead and lower those legs over the head, finding your plow. The legs can be straight, or you can bend the knees, bringing the knees to either side of the ears. Deep breath in. Exhale for 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. One more breath here. On your exhalation, you can begin to lower yourself back down to the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Now, if there is anything that you feel your practice is incomplete without, if you wanted to come into a fish pose, for example, you can do that. Otherwise, you can start to come into your Shavasana. So as you're coming into your Shavasana, you can grab anything that you need to in order to get yourself nice and comfortable, cozy, warm. Back body resting on the mat. Your front body is nice and light and supported by your back body. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. Imagining that you're letting any tension, any leftover tension go from the body. Releasing tension from your toes, soles of the feet, the ankles, the calf muscles, the backs of your knees, your thighs, your hips. On your next breath in, feeling the breath expanding through the belly, expanding through the low rib cage, the waist, the low back. And on your exhalation, that entire midsection softens. Releasing any tension from your fingers, your hands, your wrists. Your forearms, your biceps, the heads of the shoulders are heavy, melting away from the body and towards the mat. On your next breath in, expanding through your chest with breath, the upper rib cage, feeling your lungs expand with breath. And on your exhalation, the entire length of the spine releases from the back of the neck down to the very tip of your tailbone and all the muscles surrounding it. No tension in the jaw. Your eyes are gently resting on the backs of the eyelids. No tension in between the eyebrows, no tightness in the forehead. Nice deep breath in through the nose, expanding through the belly, expanding through the chest, expanding through the entire body. And on your exhalation, imagining you're letting go of any leftover tension out through the crown of your head. And start to find some gentle movement in the body, wiggling through your fingers, wiggling through the toes, and swaying the head from side to side. And then on your next breath in, reach both arms back behind you, give yourself a big old stretch. And then from here, you can start to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Gently roll over to one side, finding a fetal position. And then keeping the head heavy and the eyes closed, just go ahead and press your way up to find a comfortable seat. And bring your hands to heart center. And we'll close our practice just by gently bowing our heads to our hands. Thank yourself for doing something good for your body as well as your mind. And thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.